Hey, been a minute since I did one of these, but I don't know. I got some books via Riverhead, and I love that imprint. One of them was the latest Marlon James book, The Disappearers, that comes out on September 1st. And so I thought I'd do an unsolicited book review. And maybe I'll get back in the groove of these. I don't know. I am still reading, even though I haven't really been recording them. But anyway, with regard to Disappearers from Marlon James, some books you finish and immediately know what you think about them, and then others kind of follow you around afterwards, and you kind of chew on them a bit. Some books do both. The good books are those ones that stick with you for whatever reason. For me, The Disappearers was one of those ones that immediately I didn't know what I thought of it. I enjoy his writing in general, and I don't know, I needed to chew on it for a bit. So I probably sat on it for about a month or so. And I'll tell you, like, I thought about it a lot during that time. So Riverhead sent me the advance copy. I didn't have some kind of grand immediate conclusion, but I kept thinking about it, in part because I've been doing a lot of research about gay cartoonists from the 1960s, and at the heart of this story is violence against gay men, and I think both of these things, both the project I'm working on and what Marlon James wrote here, and the historical record, captures these moments that easily kind of disappear. Thus the title. The novel begins in Jamaica in 1988, and there's these 8 gay men, and they're coming together to rehearse a play. The play itself is kind of interesting to watch how it kind of comes together and falls apart and ad-libs and builds and all this stuff. And, what happens in this first chunk is you really get a sense of this community. They're funny, they're sexual, they're complicated, they argue with one another, they connect, they have these lives, and they're very real. He does a great job of portraying these people as three-dimensional and just complicated, interesting people. And then they're the victims of this brutal homophobic attack. What really stays with me isn't the violence itself, it's what comes after. Because what James does then is he follows these men as they try and, different ways to live with what happened to them. They try to move on, they try to cope, they try to deal with relationships. A lot of these things are, they stain the future, and people become angry, people withdraw. And I think it's part of why the book kept coming back to me afterwards is, there are these acts of violence against gay men, against queer people in general, and I think history has a remarkable ability to minimize or sanitize and simply forget. So The Disappearers, refuses, it attempts to capture that and, make you pay attention, and document this and really showcase the people at the heart of that story. I should also say, this is Marlon James, so it's explicit. Like I said before, there's sex, there's violence. It's a little messy and profane and sometimes very funny. But none of those things feel gratuitous to me. And he did a great job, again, of making the characters feel like people rather than symbols. It's a big book. It's 640 pages, 650. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head. But I think it's an important one. It comes out September 1st. It's already been long listed for the Booker Prize, which he won for Brief History of Southern Killings. Is it a beach read? Nope. I mean, this is the kind of book I read on the beach, but probably most people, it's not what they would think of. But I don't know that most of his books generally are something that people read on the beach like that. Is it worth a read? Absolutely. Yeah, check it out.